Hello producers, it's Ozgun here and welcome to the channel. So in this video, I have a guest, it's Andrew of Galaxy, and we are gonna show off how we made our collaboration, Let Me See You Dance. It released on Lunatic Rave recordings. So welcome brother, how are you doing?
Yo, Ozgun, what's up? I'm super happy to be here with you, and I'm super excited what I can show you how we made Let Me See You Dance, of course.
Yeah, perfect brother, let's go.
Let's go. So, um, as you can see, I made the whole idea of Let Me See You Dance. Then I sent it to Ozgun, and he really likes it. So I was super happy. I will play what I've made the first.
Dance, 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 dance. Let me dance, dance, dance. Let me see you dance, 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 dance. Let me dance, dance, dance. Let me see you dance, 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 dance. Let me see you.
Yeah, so sorry for lags. My computer is. Yeah, it happens all the time. The first thing, what is really interesting, I think, on this track is the vocal. The original vocal is from Ollie James, from his sample pack. I recommend you, one of the best sample packs.
Let me see you dance.
And without processing,
Let me see you dance.
it sounds like this.
Let me see you dance.
So, as you can see, it has a lot of reverb, a lot of EQ procession. So I will guide you step by step. What did I do?
Let me see you dance.
So, first of all, I did this little altar boy. In course, I want it to be a little darker, in sound, because it's a little bit dark. Techno track, I would say not that dark, but I wanted to make the vocal more dark, not that in high end. So I've made this formant 1.5 down, so it's more dark. Then Camel Crusher, I use it all the time on vocals. It has more distortion, and I use a lot of distortion when we played it.
Let me see you dance. Let me see you dance.
It's more harder. It's harder. Then OTT, all the time, compression, nothing crazy still. EQ, boost mids, and then low end. Then comes a little bit interesting thing. That's Valhalla delay, and it's really fast, and it's a 20 mix, so you can't hear it pretty well, but it fills that gaps. You know what you can hear right here when I play this.
Dance, dance, dance.
It fills the gaps, when you dance. So there is a big gaps. I use a big reverb and this kind of really fast Valhalla delay. Reverb, of course, I'm using Art Acoustic Reverb, WW preset. I recommend you. You can take a photo, guys, and use it. It's really cool. I saw this trick on Ollie James. He's doing this too. And this reverb is just pure madness.
Dance, 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 dance. Let me dance, dance.
Of course, I think Ozgun doing this too. Send your reverb to FruityP controller, and when the vocal hits, the reverb is less in volume. When it stops playing, the volume gets more on the reverb. So I send this reverb to this controller.
Dance, dance.
Nothing crazy. Then I have this reverb, which is filling gaps in the drop. I think it's this one. You know, when the drop hits, I want it to be really full, not boring. So I make this automation, which you can see here, and I'll automate the wet knob there. So yeah, that's I think pretty much on vocal. Then just EQ, of course, Ozone 9. I think that's dynamic EQ, yeah, to be cut the highs of the track, of the vocal. Sorry. Then it's sent to this one channel with Nectar. I think that's Deezer. I use this plugin a lot on vocals. Deezer, it cuts you the highs, that S sounds in your vocals. That's really useful. Kickstart 2, Nicky Romero. and like soft clipper limiter and G-tune to make sure it's in the right key and it's not like it sounds good. So that's all. About the break, I did this thing. Yeah, why I'm doing this really fast trees is to make people attention, you know. In the first like part of the pre-drop section, there's a dance, dance, let me see you dance, dance. What I wanted to do is to like think like in people that something is coming, you know. So I choose this really cool Reese bass, then this kick. I think there's automation on that, or I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Steve W. Shout out to him. Cool kicks. Of course, some risers from Case. Uh, another Ollie James stuff percussions, just to make people groove, to make it going, really stereo sound, and this kind of another loop, really fast hits. And my favorite, this sample in this section right here, is this really fast fill. And then some atmosphere sounds to the background of the track. Yeah, and I think that's all some automations on the vocal too, and that's everything in this section. But let's talk something about a bit like interesting, I would say. That's of course the drop, but before that we have this cool, how would you call it, Ozgun? It's like pre-drop kind of like stuff.
Or maybe fake drop.
Maybe fake drop, yeah. It has a lot more like groove, I would say, you know. I try to make yeah, surprise, yeah. You think, yeah, here will be the drop.
Dance, let me see you dance.
But no. So I took this kick. I will guide you step by step how I did this. Some percussions or drum loops. Yeah, and this breakbeat does this thing. And really cool sound is this one. Yeah, sorry. Is this sound from Serum. It's from Revealed, actually. I didn't know that. It's from Revealed. And yeah, it's like this. It gives the like kind of smooth to the track. It fills the gaps, you know, and everything works together. When you guys layering the sounds, I think Ozgun will say you too. It's like really important to it's glued, you know, and everything works together, and it's like really catchy, and it should just work together, you know, filling the gaps in your drum loops or something like that. For me, I think, I don't know what do you think, Ozgun, but I think for me it's really important. Another thing, just to fill the gap, you know. Really fast clap and Crash from Kashmir Soundbank. And last but not least is this sweep up. And by this quite small amount of samples, you have something interesting that people like don't expect in your track, and it gives their like attention, and they are more ready to the main drop, you know. At least I'm thinking this, like in my eyes, and I don't know what's this. And yeah, of course, when the kick hits, the vocal hits too. So yeah, I changed the rhythm of the vocal here.
Let me see you dance. 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 Let me see you.
So let's go to the kick, and I think then I just will continue with the lead, and everything is just like the same. And then I will take the main speech to Ozgun. So the kick. I'm using this trick a lot. Like the half beat when the kick hits, one beat before the drop. I'm using this kind of for like you mean I don't know how to say that. Like yeah, ear candy before the drop, like fast drum, like the same kick in the lower volume to be prepared. I used this kick or this trick on Kurai Records when I had a release there, and it works in the final. So this is the main punch from Case, really solid one. It will do the job, you know. This is muted. This is the sub bass. Really catchy. Nothing crazy on procession. On the sub bass, I boost the sub bass, some high cut, kickstart, and then this is mid bass. I would say, yeah, really in the low volume. Some ear candy in the drop, and I think that's the whole kick. In the second drop, I've add a different, like it's more kind of it's different kick, just I would say, you know, and yeah, some drums in the drop. That's interesting because this is from this is one like clap, but I've make it longer. Well, for me, it has more groove. You know, when I do this with the original clap, the original, yeah, this one. When I do this with the kick, I think like this, boom. It's good, but for me, it's better like this. You know, it's longer. It fills the gap. It fills the whole kick when it's plays. You know, every second beat or like kick, it fills that. You know, so it's less boring than this longer clap. So I'm using this technique a lot. I don't know what's this. Yeah, this is kind of another ear candy sound. I love this sound. Huge reverb, WW reverb, another. So yeah, reverse the thing, you know, and make the groove going. Clap fills as in the pre-drop. Sorry, it's muted. Actually, yeah, crashes before the second part of the drop. Make interesting, and this is my main kind of technique what I'm doing last 1 year, I think, and the pitched kick 12 cents up. I'll show you how it's like, how it sounds. In the section before the drop, second part of the drop hits, I've made this kick from the drop unique, and I've pitched it up 1,200 cents up. Yeah, my English is bad. Sorry. And I pitch it like the whole, like, well, yeah, you know, and it's this cool effect. I think it's just like pumped really hard to the drop. Like, yeah. So I love this. That's about like this first part of the drop, and the second drop is drum fills to make people going. One thing I forget is this noise, white noise. Another ear candy thing, you know. People know that something is gonna happen. Yeah, and fell right here. So I would say that's all to this drop. Drum loops, yeah, and that's, I would say, all to this drop. Then I'm going to main lead, which sounds like this. Without processing. Really crispy, really nice. I would say. I did some automations actually when I can show you the lead, of course, it's from Serum 2, another reveal. Their techno like sound bank to Serum. And what I did on this, I make the pitch automation to make it more interesting, you know. So, to the processing, nothing crazy. As the vocal, really similar OTT compression. This is, I think, stereo wideness. It's stereo wideness to make it more stereo. I don't know what Ozgun did to this lead. It's really different, but I'm gonna to show you first what I've sent to Ozgun. No, it's not final product, but yeah, I did this wideness. So problem on this lead is that it's really like mono sound, and when I like stereo it too much, it will be like the, I don't know how it's called, phase issues, like phase limiting. Yeah, and every lead, I think, maybe Ozgan will say it too, it should be around 2. You know, the 2 is like the center, the perfect balance between stereo and mono sound, if I'm saying this right.
Yeah, it should be plus, like above 0, between
Yeah.
0 and 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the stereo wideness. Another EQ to boost highs to make it really crispy. Reverb, another WAW reverb. This time it's not too much in wet, but it's really long. Another EQ. Yeah, I don't have that famous EQ like Pro Q4. I'm still using parametric. So this is kickstart. It will like play or it will start. I have automation on this, and it will like start on the drop or in the drop, whenever you call it. And then filter automation in the pre-drop section, and of course limiter straight to the master. What I did, the drums are pretty much same. I would say, I don't mean kick, but I think that ear candy stuff. So let's jump into the kick. So the bass is the same, then mid bass. So what I've had is this really crispy Reese bass in the final product. It sounds really heavy, and another kick, different kick. Yeah, and fast, kind of this. By the way, I recommend this sample pack. It's from Project Awesome Tech Trends, and maybe you know it, Ozgun.
Yeah.
It's really cool. You know, a lot of unique sounds and a lot of this techie stuff. You will find really cool like sounds out of the box right now, really quick for your drop idea, or you know, to fill something you miss. Yeah, so that's the kick. Maybe I'm hearing it could be a more punchier. It's not that strong punch, but doesn't matter. Together with the lead. And a really cool thing, it's my favorite, is this down low, like to make it, of course, interesting. So I did this to the vocal. So make it, you know, lower in the scale, and make it, of course, interesting. When I'm doing like this kind of tracks, you should always like do something different in your drops to not make it boring, you know, every like half of the drop. Make something, guys. It shouldn't be boring. And of course, I forget, that's acid. That's acid, what I've used in the drops. I think I don't have any automations there. And that's from Ozgun. I don't know, guys, if you know this plugin, but it's really cool, like virtual version of that famous TB303 synthesizer. So that's really cool. Recommend this one. You can find bunch of presets for your acid sound. So I wrote something really fast, you know, just to fill gaps and to make a groove going. So yeah, that's, I think, everything. And I think I everything explained already. Maybe about the panning, what I did here. I think that's the lead.
Dance, let me see it.
I think so. I think that's the panning. Before the drop, make it like really groovy. Not groovy, but really in like dancey, I would say. Yeah, where's the and of course I did the reverse sound to the drop, and I don't know where.
Dance, let me see it.
That's this. You know, and it's less more like rhythm, or I don't know how to say that, like move. It has like
Yeah.
it has it's I don't know how to say that. You maybe got like a better word.
I don't.
Uh,
Like
it's catchy. It's yeah, movie. Yeah.
we both
So
English,
yeah. I'm from Czech Republic. You're from Turkish. We are really bad at English. So yeah, that's the second thing. Yeah, and of course nothing crazy and filter. Nothing crazy, and then the drop starts. So I think nothing crazy. What I can recommend you guys, maybe what you could learn from this, is to not make like your ideas like with a lot of samples, with a lot of stuff. I did this really cool stuff. I would say I will show you. That's in project info. Okay, so 6 hours on this. I worked 6 hours, but now we are like working on this 40 minutes. So 5.5 hours with this. Then I send it to Ozgun, and he really likes it. And then Let Me See You Dance come to life. So I just want to tell you guys, every like idea really. No basic idea. This is nothing crazy, just vocal and kick and some ear candy stuff. This in the first drop. There's like nothing crazy. You can achieve big things. One thing I've missed is this automation or Valhalla delay, because in the drop it's bigger. The mix of the delay gets much more. Where is the Valhalla delay? Right here. I would say it's this one. No, it's not this one. So it will be.
Let me see it.
Yeah. I know why. I will describe you. Because this vocal, like I would say the break vocal, is not the drop vocal. It has different processings. Really similar, but different. And I wanted to give this break vocal a more delay to the drop vocal. So that means, it flows more smoother to the drop,
Dance, let me see it.
It's like when I should sing it too, it's let me see you, da-da, and it starts the drop vocal. So this is the kind of ear candy stuff, I would say. So yeah, guys, that's everything from me. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. And now I'm giving my speech to Ozgun. Brother, thank you very much.
Thanks, bro. So let me open my project now. I think you did a very nice job on this one.
Thank you.
So guys, that's the project I have. I have actually two projects. One of them is like the production project, and the second one is the mixing and mastering project that was giving me more flexibility when I finalized and released the track. So yeah, like Andrew showed his part, he nailed it, he made an awesome job. He showed me the idea. He says, I have a drop like this, two drops like this, but it lacks a break. What do you think about this? Do you want to collab with it? And when I just listened the first drop, I just hooked, to the vocal chops, the vibe, the ear candies. It was like next level, bro. I can say that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And then, yeah, he just sent me the stamps of the track. Obviously, I changed several things in the drops, but mostly I make the breakdown and just like finalize the idea. So let me show what I done to the drops first. I think mostly I worked on the processing. So let me show the vocals first. This is the vocal stem.
Dance, 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 dance. Let me dance, dance, dance.
So I just wanted to make it a little bit more bright in your face. That's why I just distorted it a little bit. This one is just for automation purposes. I think it's activating on the breakdown. We will get to that part. And like with some OTT, I just glued it a little bit more, a little bit filtering for automation. And there's nothing else. With isotope trash, of course, I just saturated it a little bit more. Then I just clipped it. And the smile for automation again. And I just add one more sidechain because this vocal was already sidechained, but I think I asked you unsidechained version, right?
Exactly. When I send it to you, you then text me like, "Hey, can you like unsidechain the vocal?" So yeah, I delete this the sidechain on my version. So this is like just one sidechain you have or we have.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking that because I like to have the sidechain to the last thing on the chain, you know. So I don't want to process a sidechain sound. It might give artifacts. Then in the end, I need to sidechain it a second time. To avoid that, I always, if I want to process a sound heavily, I need an unsidechained version. So that's what we did for these vocals. We will talk about it maybe in the breakdown section. So guys, for the drop, I just add some top kick. I didn't change the kick and bass. I use them as it is, but I just add a top kick for more, you know, character or maybe click. This is literally some render from my previous tracks. So this was the Andrew's kick. And this was just adding a little bit click. And then the basses are same. Let me check if I process them. Yes, I just process the kicks also. I'm gonna show it right now. So for the group processing of the kicks, I just, you know, the top kick and the main kick, I just group them. Just a little bit compression to, you know, glue them together. Some EQ to boost a little bit, you know, shape it actually, like give some character, some top end, some low end, and clipping in the end. So it just makes the kick a little bit more in your face, which I really enjoyed. And that's the bass. I think I just did here a little bit boost on 200 Hz to the sub. And this one, I'm not sure what I've done. Maybe a low cut, yes. No, this is like the mid frequency. Yeah, the only thing I did this, not EQ, just the sidechain. And again, the reason this little thing just bleeding to the next bar, you know, and I didn't want it to overlap with the kick. So this is like, I'm not sure, maybe if I just remove it, there won't be any different audible difference. But yeah, I like to, I'm a little bit obsessive on this kind of details. So the first drop is like, pretty nice, pretty nice. I can show you before breakdown, I can show you what I've done to the second drop. Again, I have this layer from Anderson. The gritty layer, I just low cut it a little bit. The reason why I did that, because I replaced the rolling bass with some other sample. I just like to, you know, make another rolling bass, like more psytrance. So in order to have some space for this one, I just get rid of a little bit low frequencies of this gritty layer. And the second drop sounds like this. It's yeah, very fat, man. I really enjoy this one. Like 150 BPM psytrance bassline. I think I didn't do anything else to Android Galaxy's stuff. I just add some sounds in the drop. I just add this one. A really silent drone sound. To feel a little bit, you know, the background. Also, this is one of the renders from my previous track. It just adds a little bit more movement to the second part of the drop. I just add some noises for supporting, you know, the drop to fill some gaps, some crowd noise in the beginning. With this way, the drop hits a little bit bigger. And lastly, some percussion. Oh, actually a bass shot. Let me turn it on with the kick and bass. just like that. And I think I just add one hi-hat to the last part. And yeah, I just add one more layer to the claps. So let's go to the breakdown, because like he sent me a perfect drop. So all I need to do is just cut some stuff from the drops he sent me, which is the main idea was the vocals, obviously. And I needed to carry this vibe, you know, this theme, this groove, and just make a cool breakdown to the second drop. So that's why I start with the vocals. I just chop the vocals. And yeah, also I have this downlifter. I think it's adding so much.
Dance, dance. Dance, dance. Dance, let me see it. Dance.
I just wanted to make like a question and response, call and response, you know. I just chopped the second drop lead and I just chopped the vocals, and lead is saying something, vocal is answering that. So that work in this kind of breakdown. And also I just put this reverse vocal.
Dance, dance. Dance, let me.
And I just added some pads. A respace. Some ambiances. And in the second part of the breakdown, I just added this breakbeat. The key thing is this breakbeat, it has a kick with a low power, you know. And if we have a respace at the same time, so we got the respace and also we got, you know, the pads, the synths are going on. So I just wanted to, when the kick hits, I just wanted to duck every other synth just a little bit, you know. So that's why I created this ghost kick. You don't hear it. It's not connected to the master, but it's just going to the synth bus in my mixer. And in the synth bus, I have a kickstart. You gotta just go to the processing of it, and in the sidechain section, right click, choose the ghost kick. And then when you choose audio in here, whenever this ghost kick is hitting, it's gonna trigger the sidechain of the kickstart. Let me show by activating some sound. You see, you don't hear the kick, but this is just for triggering the kickstart. This is like 50% only, just a little bit, you know, giving the bounce. And with this way, the breakbeat, you know, can stand out. You get it when I exaggerate the effect. I think that was it for the breakdown. We just have like a good build up to the second drop.
Dance, let me see it. Dance, 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 let me see it. Let me see it. Dance, let me see it.
Very nice drop, very fat drop. I fucking love this drop. Let's check what I've done to the second drop lead. So as I remember, I asked this lead without delay and reverb and also without sidechain because I wanted to have a little bit more freedom on this. I just used my own patch. This is the delay I'm using and this is the reverb I'm using. This is pretty much the same preset that you have. just a little bit tweaked version that I steal from Steve. Shout out to him again. So this patch, I showed this on the channel already. This is pretty much similar logic with the what was the name of that plugin? The peak controller? Yeah, pretty much same logic. But this one works like that. It's just like dividing the channel into 3 parts. One is like the dry sound going FL Studio to FL Studio, and 2 of them is like acting like the synths. So I'm just having the fully wet reverb, and it goes to an EQ for shaping a little bit, and then it goes to a limiter. And this limiter is like the peak controller. It's just lowering the volume of the wet reverb sound. And in the end, I'm merging 3 of the channels inside of the FL Studio. So this is just like a synth, just works like that. And after my delay reverb, I have an OTT and then a pull tech EQ to give a little bit more body to the sound. This is what I always use. Some little EQ, clipping, and sidechain. So that's all. I didn't do anything else because like the stereo widening you make already sounds pretty nice. Yeah, that's my part on this project, I think. And we can just now jump to the, stem mixing and mastering version of the project. So guys, this is the mixing and mastering stem project. I just rendered the main groups. And yeah, I think, let's see if I have anything special in here. Yeah, I just did the digital summing thing. I just showed this on my previous walkthroughs. But if I like to quickly tell you, I just have this plugin, which is called a Bristol. This is like an emulation of an old analog hardware mixer, And I'm just putting this into every channel, like the last thing. And even in the buses, it has the bus version as well. If you guys interested, I can make a tutorial about it too. But then think like that. I'm just summarizing all of my channels with this plugin, and it's just adding some imperfections to the sound, adding some color to the sound. It's very less audible, but when you do this, apply this to the whole mix, the mix become much more warmer. And that's why I like to have a separate project and, digital summarizing, applying digital summarizing to my tracks. So that's what I do mostly, but I just have a little bit, little processing on the sounds as well. So for the kick, I think, let's say I don't have anything. For the bass, I don't have anything, but I just add, let's see if rolling bass. Probably, yeah. I just add the rolling bass in the second drop, also the end of the first drop in this stem project. And I just add a little bit body boost with pull tech EQ again, to the rolling bass, and that's it. You see how fat it is now. For the hi-hats, I applied a low cut. So I just download this from Frank Paul. Shout out to him. He makes amazing patches. So that's like a SSL Fusion EQ. I already have a subscription for SSL. Let me show it. SSL Violet EQ, sorry, not Fusion. So it's like the same thing with this, but it's like free stock and patcher. So I'm trying to move away from this paid subscription plugins. That's why I'm searching for free alternatives of them. And it does the exact same job, So yeah, I just give a little bit high boost with this EQ. I like the character of it. It sounds so analog. And just some clip, and that's it. For the drum bass, I just only have clipping. For the lead bass, in the end, I just did little EQ to make it sound fit better to the mix. Some suit to get rid of annoying, resonating frequencies. So this is my synth bass. In the synth bass, just the EQ to cut the side frequencies. So whole of my synth channel, excluding the leads, by the way, this is applying for, the break synths, respace, that kind of sounds. I'm just making it mono till 200 hertz. It gives more freedom to the, especially for the ear candies on the drop. When I do that, my kick and bass becomes so much in your face without conflicting. And that's the FX bass, literally nothing. Yeah, that's it. Very little things. And then I just mastered this track in this project. For the mastering, I'm using T-Rex 5 compressor. This is a nice analog character glue compressor, mastering compressor. The thing is, there is the sidechain knob in this compressor. So if this sidechain off, it's gonna get triggered whenever the threshold is passed. But if I just put it to 150 hertz, it's not gonna listen my kick and bass. So it's only gonna trigger mid and high frequencies because we are making a kick like bass heavy track. And if this compressor listen my kick and bass, it's just gonna compress all the time. I don't want that. That's why this knob, when you use it on the mastering, you say the compressor don't listen kick and bass, focus other parts. So that's very important. That's the Bristol channel that I talk about. So I just boost a little bit of mid frequencies. And with this EQ, I have a little bit 4K boost and 8K boost. It's all about like coloring now. And I have 2 ozone because with the first ozone, I'm just applying Automaster. It's adding Automaster, adding tons of plugins. And I only just use Imager, even though I tweak it, Stabilizer, but make sure to turn off the lows. This stabilizer like auto EQing the things, So I don't want it touched to my kick and bass, but it can shape the, the mids, the highs. That's okay. And it has this dynamic EQ to get rid of some annoying pings. So all of them, I don't want to, focus which frequency is annoying. I don't want to lose my time. That's why this Automaster works perfectly to find these frequencies. Then I just delete all of the other stuff that Automaster gives me. I put another ozone. And in this ozone, I have a compressor. All I did was just adjust the thresholds. And that's the master. Maximizer I have, modern mode, soft clip on 50%, no true peak, and the ceiling was minus 0.1, character is on 2, and that's it. It works perfectly. Now we got hell of a loud track. So -6 loops, it's already very loud. And yeah, we just render this and upload the Spotify. And the track currently streaming very well. It's added to a very big playlist. I can't wait to see your feedback on this tutorial, guys. So thanks, Andrew, for bringing this banger to me. And yeah, I'm so pretty happy with our collaboration, right?
Yeah, like Ozgun, thank you very much. It was really fun to work with you. I really enjoyed this processing with you, and the most interesting thing was it was really fast.
Yeah,
it was really fast work. I sent it to you 2 weeks later. You sent me without mixing a version, but the whole things, the breakdown was there. The main idea was there without master, and I said, yeah, master it, and it's done. And you master it, you send me in, and we done it in 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, max 3 weeks, I think.
yeah.
Not more. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And guys, see you soon. Maybe in another walkthrough with our new tracks. Sometimes, who knows? Thank you very much, and bye, guys.
See you guys. Take care. Peace. Bye-bye.